they've really helped us grow, and they've really supported us, through like helping create the foundation for Gibbon, and like kept us going. And I think that's really powerful for a supporting a donor and a supporting organization to be a long-term partner, because then you can really start seeing the fruits of the investment that they've put in. And it took almost 10 years, but now you can really see the impact of like capacity building work that they've done through the workshops they were supporting, through the guidebook they supported, but also through like all the chapters that came out as a product of all the support they provided. The most powerful thing with the JBF was the fact that they let us lead it. It was the truest form of youth engagement that everybody shows in the ladder of youth engagement. They gave us the support, and they said, you lead the way and we'll support you in it. And I think that is the most powerful way to let young people lead, because that let us think about what we need for our community and how we can support them. And we thought, some of the things we thought about was, definitely we realized there was a lack of a book that helps people understand what's happening in this space, because it's like a spaceship and you don't have the codes to that spaceship. And that really helped us like create something for young people. And it turned out that it's not just for young people, but even negotiators found it extremely useful to use. The JBF has been really an instrumental player for Gibbon, because they supported us when nobody else believed young people needed support, and young people had something to do and had something to prove. So I think they are literally everything that Gibbon has achieved in the last 10-12 years is all thanks to JBF, from the bringing of young people to these international negotiating spaces so that they could understand, learn, and also speak on the behalf of youth, has all been thanks to JBF in funding young people to come and being the voice of, being the people that fund us when nobody else was funding people. And even now, there are certain meetings where no other funder will fund, like in intersessional meetings, which are critical to actually input text and put policy text in. But JBF has always come up and supported us in those critical spaces. Definitely, long-term funding is a very critical thing that we need, because young people waste so much time in like constantly trying to raise funding every few months. It becomes, it takes up a lot of the effort and time that we could actually dedicate to real projects that create change. So I would say building such a long-standing relationship with JBF, I would really hope that they could look for like a 3-year or a 5-year fund that can take care of us not thinking about that and just focusing on doing the work on the ground and helping us support our community to do the work on the ground, because now it's all about implementation. And I hope that JBF going forward could think about that as a priority, like how do we support implementation on the ground? How can young people support their governments to make that happen? And how does the JBF as a fund ensure that they are going to keep it the least bureaucratic as possible to be able to implement, create that impact on the ground? I would say that would be amazing to see as a next step for the fund.